We're back, everyone. I'm going to wait for some people to join. What's up? We are still live here in Grapevine at the, where are we? The Palace?
Yes.
We're at the Palace in Grapevine. That's where we be.
We're at the Palace.
That's where we are. I'm here with Latasha.
Hi.
How are you?
From Hello, ladies
Capital
and gentlemen.
Fund One.
Capital Fund One.
So what is Capital Fund One for those who don't know?
So Capital Fund One is a hard money lender, basically a private lender. It's based off of assets. So it's if you want to do a fix and flip and you want to be able to fund the remaining of the actual project, we do no appraisals, no credit checks. We also do a 24 to 48 hour close if the title is ready, and then also we do up to 90% financing.
90%. So is that for
Up
more
to 90%.
for more of the experienced investors that have worked with you guys before?
Correct.
Cool.
And even if you haven't done any projects before, as long as you are showing that you have like the cost breakdown of how much the project is going to cost, and then we also do our research and due diligence to make sure that you are a viable candidate, and then we go from there. Reliable private money for you to be able to, like I said, do new construction. You can do renovations, a fix and flip, or you can do long-term financing as well.
Awesome. For those who don't know, because obviously we know things about hard money, DSCR loans, things like that. What is hard money, and how is it different from like a conventional loan that you would get at the bank?
Right. So a conventional loan typically, is where you go to the bank, you have to submit all of your financial paperwork, you have to do a credit check, you have to get an appraisal. You basically have a 45-day turnaround. So if it's like a wholesale property and you need to go ahead and purchase it now with a good deal, like if it's a foreclosure, you're going to miss out on that opportunity. So the traditional loan would take you about 45 days. Hard money it's asset based, so we don't care about any of that black and white. We more so care about the asset. How much are you putting into it? How much does it cost to actually rehab it? And then how much is it going to be valued at after you complete it? So realistically, it's better to use our money and then invest in another project to be able to wait for your project to go ahead, be funded, and then you turn around and sell it, and you can be able to use that profit for your other project.
That was going to be my next question, because there's a reason why hard money exists, right? Is as investors that are buying properties, they try not to use their own money as much as they can.
Correct.
How can somebody utilize hard money to do more deals?
So just like I said, you pretty much date us, you don't marry us. So it's a 12-month up to 24-month turnaround as far as in you having to actually purchase, like to repay the loan. So that's why you would do a hard money, because you don't want to have all of your funds in one project, especially if you're trying to do multiple projects. Like you might be 75% finished with a project and then you want to transition to another project. Well, if you use our money, then you don't have to hold off on, wait till you're finished, and you can go ahead and start on the new project until you get all the rest of your money for the actual other projects.
Wonderful. So how does the process of using hard money work? How does it work? So are you guys giving all the cash right away? Is there a draw system? How does it work? For those who don't know and who have never used hard money before, kind of give a breakdown of how it would look like to work with Capital Fund One.
So it just depends on your project. And that, young ladies and gentlemen, is where you would actually contact me. We are now in the greater Atlanta area, and my name is Latasha Ashley. I'll definitely give you my information, and then you'll be able to utilize, because it's really like project by project. It's not really like every situation is different.
Absolutely.
You might have a condo, high rise. You might have a new construction land deal. You get what I'm saying? So
absolutely, you
can't necessarily pinpoint every, situation as the same. So
Gotcha.
That's why it's asset-based.
Gotcha. So it really depends on the project, on how those kind of funds are dispersed, how much you guys are going to lend on the property,
exactly,
and whether or not it qualifies based upon the numbers.
Correct.
When is a situation where somebody would not utilize hard money, and why?
if they want to marry us, you don't marry us, you just date us. So if it's something where you have a projection of 2 to 5 years, you wouldn't utilize us.
Gotcha. So this is more of a short-term loan
Correct.
for somebody who wants to get in the deal, fix it up, and get out quickly.
Yes.
Do you guys have options for people that want to do maybe like rentals or anything like that?
Yeah, we have rentals. It's this is for rentals. This is for, the investment, property. We do have the DSCR, which is more of a long-term option.
Explain that for a second, because some people might not know what DSCR stands for.
So that would be where you wouldn't necessarily go the traditional route. You do have a minimum credit score. There is going to be some form of, appraisal, and the rates are going to be lower, and you will have lower fees. So traditionally with that, you would have more of the 10, 15, or 30-year mortgages. So ideally, that would be a long-term scenario, and that would benefit the traditional borrower that wants to come in and actually purchase the house for that length of time.
Gotcha. So I'm a new investor, and I find a deal. Okay, a wholesaler has a deal, and it's a great deal. I want to purchase it and take it down, but I want to keep it as a rental. Is there a way to work with you guys to close on the property using hard money and then roll into something like a DSCR loan?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So that would be like you purchasing it, you wanting to then refinance it into a DSCR loan, right, for the long term, and then also have a lower rate, and then your cash back would be, like tied into the loan, or you can use that as something to, do whatever you need to do, as like, let's say you want to renovate like a portion of the actual townhome or whatever the rental property is.
Perfect. That sounds like a great resource, especially for people that are just, getting their feet wet with rehabbing and rentals. Guys, Capital Fund One is here to help. If you're in Texas, like y'all are based in Atlanta,
yes.
correct?
We're actually just now opening our office in Atlanta.
Okay.
So I will be a servicer, Latasha Ashley, in Atlanta. So I haven't gotten all my, details together, right? But as soon as we do have Capital Fund One that is in Texas right now. So we're in Texas, Tennessee, Colorado. We are in Georgia and Arizona.
Awesome. Well, that's great. Awesome. We have a great resource on our hands here in Capital Fund One. If you guys are flipping in those areas, get in touch with them so they can help you guys get your deals funded. Hey, thanks so much for sitting down with me. I really appreciate it.
You have a wonderful day. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Be blessed.